Hello, everybody. It is Modern Medusa. I know it's been a while. I'm sorry, but this past week has kicked me in the ass. So, and I think Mad Cat would probably say the same. But yeah. So I have with me Mad Cat. How are you doing?
I've been better.
I feel
Been an interesting month.
Okay, and Chagrin, how are you?
Hey girl, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Not too bad. Hanging in there.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you're hanging in there and y'all are going to push on through and y'all are going to survive this.
Oh, it's fine. But yeah, so this
there
is
we
just...
go.
Yeah, we've been hanging out with each other too much.
This is just a random stream, I guess, trying to get everything out of the way and tell you guys, you know, what's been going on and what's going to be happening pretty soon, and all that good stuff. So yeah,
Mad
Cat, do you want to explain?
Together for a very long time.
What'd you say?
Last stream with each other for a very long time.
I know. Yeah, it's been a while. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to really do all of these streams. I mean, I will be able to, but my cat won't be able to. Sadly.
Yeah, for those who don't watch my channel, shame on you. My time at my current location is up. I was only meant to stay here for 18 months and then have some sort of solution to taking care of myself, and that solution didn't present itself. Not for a lack of trying, and I'm still trying, but the next stage of my grand adventure requires that I be homeless. So I'm going to be without a home, as that's the definition of being homeless.
Well put. Yeah, and it's extremely unfortunate because, as everybody knows, Mad Cat has done a lot for the men's rights community, and it's really sad that, you know, he can't get the proper care that he needs, and, you know, such for, you know, your disability and whatever else you need, because I know how it is to struggle with money, but you were fortunate enough to have someone from the men's rights movement, you know, help you out for a while.
Well, you know, I have been very blessed by the movement, and you know, this time, because I was facing this exact same situation about 2 years ago. My parents basically wanted to throw me out. And it wasn't just something that they were saying. They've actually thrown me out many times before, but usually I had to like beg to come back. But they were kind of dead set on actually doing it this time. How my mother would do it just to win an argument. So, and at that time, I kind of thought it was like a death sentence. Like if I were to become homeless, I'd probably die. Well, one, because it was in Arizona. Being homeless in Arizona sucks. But now being in Pennsylvania and having been more inundated with the movement, I feel like I can actually survive this, even if I can't really get into a shelter. I think I can come out of this okay. And it's not too bad that, you know, if I can last for about 6 to 8 months, I have someone in my life who's willing to take me in, but she won't really have a place ready for me to live till that time. So I just got to survive the next half year.
I'm listening and I'm paying attention. I just really hope that everything works out and that you find somewhere. What do you say?
Yeah, I mean, this link together so I could put it in the chat. But there are ways that you can, help out and support, and try and help him find a place to, even necessarily that, but to just, be able to not, or to be able to live and.
Well, to answer a few basic questions that people have asked me, like, have you looked into shelters in your area? And I actually have. And what they've told me is that they can basically put me up for 30 days. And it's like, oh, well, I'm not really going to go to a shelter for 30 days. I mean, if it was for like 90 days, yes, but I'm not going to go to a place that smells where I have to be hyper aware so no one steals my shit and, risk being mugged or beaten up or whatever. I'd rather live on the land if that's the case. I've had a number of people come forward and ask me, hey, can you make it out to this location or that location? And the only problem with that is I don't want to leave my stuff in Philadelphia. Anywhere I go, I want to take my stuff with me, and one of my things is a computer. And I've had this computer since like 2005. I mean, I built it myself and I've upgraded it over the years. I mean, it's just who I am. I can't imagine my life without it, unless I got something better. But it's like I also got my clothes, my books, basically my whole life, and I can't take that with me while being homeless. And the only solution for me is to be able to take it with me wherever I go. Now I've had a couple of people start a GoFundMe for me, so that's currently running right now. I have my PayPal, I have my Patreon, but beyond just asking for money, I am still working and I'm trying to get my book out, which will be out on the 23rd, and it looks like it'll be on time. Barely, but it'll be on time. And I want to work my way out of this situation. I want to provide something that people could use and make money that way. I don't want the rest of my life to always be handouts. I do want to work. And I hate that, I've fallen through the system like I have, because I've never wanted to be not homeless. I never wanted to be disabled. I wanted to go to a doctor and a doctor say, okay, take this medication and you can work again. You'll be well enough to actually do something. But it's like every time I go to a doctor, there's always this assumption that when I ask for disability, it's because I'm a lazy fuck. And I hate that. And it's how they treat me, actually. Like, if I actually mention the word disability, it's like, oh, we don't help with disability. You lazy person, go get a job. That's how it feels. All I've ever wanted was just to work, have a good job, and have a good life.
Yeah.
So I am pasting the GoFundMe into the chat there if anyone wants to look at it. I also have an Amazon wish list that I set up for myself of some survival things that can help me during that 6 months that I'm homeless. I'm hoping my book really does well and I can just get off being homeless, like get a motel or something for a little while, or even get an apartment if I do well enough with my book. But right now I'm trying to look into getting a mailbox so people can still send me stuff even when I don't have a home.
Yeah. And I'm going to post the links again to other ways that you can support.
Sorry to take over the video here.
What'd you say?
I said sorry for taking over this video here.
Oh, no, I don't care. I mean, it's worth the cause, obviously.
Yeah, it's just, you know, I hate that this is happening now. Like, we just had a success with the lovely ladies, and, you know, we're still waiting for the money to come in for that so we can get things rolling. And I mean, we're still going to get that out. Even with me being homeless, I still have Ren and Modern Medusa, and both are fully capable of doing things. I'll probably just be kind of more in the background. Yeah. But
your boy Pat is in the chat.
Hi, Pat.
Say my boyfriend is in the chat. I don't have a boyfriend. So I guess people are kind of talking about jobs in the chat here. I do want to say I wish I could work. I really, really wish I could. Even part-time, I can't. My disability affects me so much, I cannot work at all. Even writing a book, I mean, you'd think, hey, if you can do that, you can do a part-time job. I can barely write a book. I maybe get 1 to 2 hours a day done writing a book, and it takes me all day just to do it. But I have to take a lot of breaks, and I have to keep stopping and going. I'm just not very productive. And I end up feeling like shit afterwards. It's like having a nasty hangover without drinking alcohol. At least drinking alcohol, it feels good at first. So, and if there was a job that could account for the fact that I'd have to take a lot of breaks and couldn't come into work every single day, that would be the best job for me. But the only job like that exists is being a CEO. So if anyone wants me to be a CEO of a company, I'm good. What's up?
Oh, sorry. Squeaker's right here beside me. I'm sorry.
And is Squeaker a child or a mouse?
Squeaker's my little guy. He's part of Squeaker Squad. In other words, he tears people up on video games and then makes a little noise "Yee!" when he does.
Hey, let's bring your boy Pat in here. I've been wanting him to have come on our show.
I mean, if he's available, why not?
Well, he's in the chat. Maybe he's available.
I don't know if I've... Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was like, I don't know if I've ever streamed with Pat or not. I might have.
Probably.
I will be keeping people up to date. I actually created a new YouTube channel that's dedicated to surviving being homeless. I'm going to use it as like kind of the discussion of my journey, but things that I learn about, because there really is nothing out there like it. There are a lot of survival shows out there, but it's mostly like by people who already know what the hell they're doing. But so I'm going to stay up to date. I actually have reactivated my track phone, which was given to me as a gift a year ago, and it is a smartphone, so I can take video of myself and upload it whenever I find a Wi-Fi connection. So I'll still be out and about. I'll have my laptop with me. Actually, someone donated a bag to me. Let me show you my bag that I just got. I have to untie my jacket. Oh. I'm very
nice.
Yeah. It was on my Amazon wish list, and one of my close friends saw it, and it's like, well, I'll get you that backpack. Because otherwise I'd have a big duffel bag, and that's just screaming I'm homeless. And the most important thing is, like, when you're homeless, is just that you want to blend in so people don't know you're homeless. So
yeah. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll try to pop in later, but I gotta go pick up Clone from Cheer now. I'm sorry. I'll pop in later.
We're just doing a short stream.
Okay.
Give everyone a heads up.
All
Thanks
right.
for coming on.
Yeah, I hope everything works out, and yeah, y'all guys keep me posted and let me know if I can do anything to help, okay?
all right, well, just check out my YouTube channel. That'll be the best way to find out what's going on with me, or Twitter.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get on Twitter more because I've been kind of not on because of all the stuff that's been going on. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later.
All right.
All right. See you later.
All right. Okay. Bye.
Peace.
So, Vanessa, I heard that you got a car.
Yep. I guess I got a car. Chevy Impala. It's all right.
Hey, it's a car. You can Uber.
I
Drunk
mean,
people
I'm
smell up
probably
your
not
car.
gonna be Ubering that much anymore.
Why?
Especially not at night, because it's really dangerous. And I apparently really suck at driving at night anyways, so fuck that.
Well, you are a woman. Ah!
Yep. I know I am. It's a horrible disease, but I gotta live with it every day. So buy my art, facebook.com/Vanessa's Custom Art, and buy his book. That's how you can support us at the same time.
Buy my book. Buy my book. Anyone who knows that?
Oh no. But yeah, no, seriously, if you're gonna oh, your boy Pat said he's gonna need artwork. Yay.
Yeah.
I will do all the artworks for yous.
Yeah,
also, these. Don't forget about these. Those are coming your way soon. All the people who donated $25 to the Indiegogo campaign.
Yeah, we did get the digital calendars out, which was a very fun experience designing that, because I got to like zoom up on these beautiful women and just like smooth out their edges from the background, and God,
there's gonna be a lot more smoothing and zooming. I promise you.
But yeah, we got that out. We got all the facts with it, the calendar set up. I was very happy with that. Although I haven't received any emails back from anyone like, hey, thank you for sending this to me. Hey, this is a really great calendar. It's like, not that I need it, but I'd like to know if people like. So.
Yeah.
And if you haven't gotten it yet, please check your spam filter, because I sent it from my business email, and sometimes it can appear in your spam filter, because it's like, well, it's my own domain name, so It's not like a Gmail account or a Yahoo account. It's my personal domain name, chrisvody.com. So, but it should say "Lovely Ladies Calendar" in the subject line. So, like I said, if you haven't gotten it yet and you donated to the actual campaign, actually, well, look in your spam filter because it could be in there.
Mm-hmm. I also have $15 prints of my art, if you didn't know, because I talk about it like all the fucking time.
Buy her art.
Yeah, boy.
Buy her art.
I have prints of this
Hey.
one too.
Thanks for inviting me in.
Who said that?
Hey.
This one needs a good home. Look, it has boobies. Oh.
Not enough boobies. I need more cleavage. I need aggressive cleavage. I need to feel uncomfortable looking at it.
Well, I would draw that for you. Someone donate so that I can draw titties for Mancat.
Yes, donate $50 to Vanessa so she can draw me titties.
Yes, and then I'll split it.
Always a worthy pursuit. Hey, I heard about your situation. I really wanted to tell you that there's lots of opportunities in the transportation industry, and it's really great for people who don't like have a steady place because they like send you everywhere around the world, and you get to see the country and make money. But you really should look into that.
Well, if you can send me some information, I'll look into it. I'll give you that much. But with my disability, it's extremely hard for me to do anything. So,
What's your disability exactly, if I may ask?
My disability is post-concussion syndrome. I injured myself at work. I fell and hit my head on a filing cabinet, and it's just...
So, well, I'm very, very sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
But you're able. So, can you drive for long periods of time? Is that a problem? You can't do it.
Yeah, I can drive for a short time. I can probably do an hour to 90 minutes at the most.
Yeah, they're for the trucking industry. They'll definitely want more than that. But I'm saying it's other. I don't know if you could handle like a long driving period. That'd be like the perfect thing for someone. Well, like it wasn't for me. I actually tried it out because I didn't want to like. I wanted to stay home. I wanted to work at stuff.
By transportation, you're talking about trucking, right?
Primarily, but you can also possibly get into bus driving, but that wouldn't really solve the homeless issue because you wouldn't be able to like stay on the job. What's convenient about truck driving is you get to sleep in the truck, so the truck would be your house. That's why I think it would be like perfect, but I don't know your individual situation. I'm just trying to help out.
No, that's great. It's great that you're trying to help out. That's, I get all sorts of advice, and some of it is just like useless. Like, hey, you need to go out in the sun more. That'll heal you.
Well, that's stupid. Yeah, anyone who would say that to you is just being an asshole. But I'm really thinking that what was it? If you could handle long drive periods, that'd be perfect because they are always hiring. All right, if you can handle the driving, you'll get a job.
Unfortunately, no, I wouldn't be able to handle the driving on that. Plus, the fact that going to new places can actually overwhelm me. So,
I mean, it can be tough. It's not an easy life. It's not for everybody. But I'm saying but for certain people in a specific situation, it really is perfect. It's particularly you get to see the country, you get to see everything. I tried it for a brief period of time. It wasn't for me, but it could work for you. I don't know.
Well, I appreciate you stopping by and giving me the advice. And if it wasn't for the fact that, after doing it for an hour, I would probably crash the truck. I would definitely consider it.
I mean, I handled it pretty well. And I don't have a concussion, but I generally, some have said that I have trouble paying attention sometimes, but I was able to handle doing the truck pretty well. I don't know. I find driving peaceful. So I've always liked to do it. That's why I gravitated towards that for a little bit.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What did you say?
I said I always kind of found
I'm
driving
kidding,
peaceful
I'm kidding,
myself.
I'm
That's why I
kidding.
kind of
You said-
gravitated towards it.
You said that you have trouble paying attention, so I was like making a joke at fun of you.
I did not get the joke. Sorry, but I don't know. Yeah. So, Vanessa, how's it going? I haven't talked to you in a few weeks.
Not bad. I just had a guest come over, so I'll be on in just a sec.
Oh, do we lose? Oh, there you are, Mad. There you are, Mad Cat. You disappeared a second. I was wondering if you had left. I don't know.
Yeah, I accidentally pressed a key on my keyboard, and it took me to the Google homepage. I'm like,
oh, that happens. Sometimes people make mistakes. You know, I actually just had a conversation yesterday with is it original? You know, Logic's wife. All right, she saw my Nita Sarkeesian video and she liked it, so she said that she'd let me do a guest spot on her channel. I'm very excited about that. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to reply to on her channel, but that was a pretty cool opportunity that just opened up to me.
well, can you put your channel in our sidebar chat here?
Oh, yeah,
One of us can
sure, if you
put it in the,
sure, if you want, I can do that. Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah, we can post it in the chat there, but also I'll follow you.
Oh yeah. I actually just followed you on Twitter. I just did that. We're just now Vanessa gave me your Twitter handle. Let's see.
Yeah, she's
Okay. Is this enough aggressive cleavage for you, Mad Cat?
Well, no, because you can't see any underboob. Come on.
What about this?
Yes.
Yes?
That is the perfect amount, although, and this is not a criticism, but if I could see like the nipple poking through, that would make it perfect.
Okay, this is like, all ink. Okay, what do you expect? But hey, yeah. Still, that offer still stands. That boob drawing.
I'm thinking of like hiring you or some other artist to make me like thumbnails for my channel. Maybe if I had like better designed artwork on my thumbnails, maybe that'd get me more traffic. I haven't exactly made up my mind exactly what I want, but I'm mulling it over. So
okay, cool.
Yes, people, buy my book so I can get out of being homeless and buying Vanessa's art.
Yes. It's
a win-win for everyone.
Yes. I got my own book too.
Nice.
Oh, what's that about?
It's a science fiction novel. It's kind of, I wrote it a few years ago. It's for middle schoolers. It's like the plot is it's set during the Ice Age, and it's told from the point of view of a 14-year-old boy who lives in a cave. He meets an alien that crash lands on Earth, and he goes on a journey to help that alien get back home. And the title, Stars of the Sky, refers to the gaining of perspective on the greater universe. As all ancient people, Crone assumes that stars are little dots in the sky. He doesn't understand just how vast the universe is, and he learns that from the alien visitor. So the title's about gaining of perspective, basically.
Sweet. Also, I have the original drawing I did of the Prometheus. Nobody's claimed that yet. And you can get prints of it, well, in black and white or color, whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit.
I want tie-dye pink of her. Can you do that?
Yeah, I could do that. Oh.
Well, actually, this will be my 5th book that I'm releasing, but one of my earlier novels that you might like, which was also a sci-fi, which was actually my most successful to date, is called Terran Psychosis. Mm-hmm. And I can't really go into what it's about because it's a very short story, but basically it's about a man in a sane asylum who thinks he's an alien, and a psychiatrist interviews him to try to figure out what's going on.
That sounds like the movie K-Pax with Kevin Spacey.
Yes, I've been told that a lot, but I assure you, it is nothing like that movie at all.
Wow.
Like, if I could
the plot just kind of seems similar.
I would, but if I tell you anything more, it ruins the story. So, It's like only 30 pages long.
My book wasn't successful. It cost me actually more money to publish it than I made from sales. So actually, its financial contribution was negative. Even though I think it's a pretty decent book, but right.
Well, that's why I'm an indie developer. So
Yeah, and I know I certainly wouldn't ask a man on your straits to buy a copy, but I don't know. But I was hoping my channel took off. It would like promote the novel.
So just say, buy my book. Buy my book.
I do get a little money on Patreon. That's something, but it's not enough to live on. I still do got to work. Yeah, work in transportation, and I do and it's a pretty decent gig. And maybe bus driving would be better for you because you only have to like do that for short periods. The toughest part of bus driving is dealing with mischievous children, which can be difficult sometimes.
Yeah, because I don't want to outright refuse you, but I don't think transportation is for me because of my condition.
Mm-hmm.
I really, if it wasn't because of that, I would strongly consider it. Hell, I'd probably be an Uber driver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can certainly drive better than Vanessa at nighttime.
Hey, fuck you.
You wish.
In the back of an Uber.
What's that a picture of?
This is Doctor Who, the 11th Doctor. He's special to me.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was thinking David Tennant, but I don't know if that's the 11th.
I mean, he could be both for all I know. You know, just check out those
Oh, that reminds me. Did you hear? Doctor Who, like they hired I think a woman to play the next Doctor Who, and Anita Sarkeesian still was bitching about it because the one was white or something. God damn, Anita Sarkeesian just won't. That woman will never be satisfied. Unbelievable.
I mean, fucking Jesus. There's already a bunch of black women in fucking Doctor Who anyways. Fucking Martha was a horrible actor. And fucking, I don't...
Well, Anita Sarkeesian, you know that anything she does will be dishonest. I took on her, horrible video on Islam, and it was so dishonest.
I'm waiting for her to go after Uhura. I was just thinking about how, the Abram-verse Star Trek has, worshipped the ground Uhura walked on because she's, the perfect person because she's a black female.
Actually, did you know that when she kissed Kirk in the episode of season 3, that was the first interracial kiss on television, was in Star Trek. Yeah.
Yes, I do know that. And I also know that they had kind of a person there that kind of controlled, how they did things. So in order to do that racial kiss, which this guy wouldn't have allowed, they actually took him out to lunch just to film that scene.
Which is so weird that was even controversial back in the 60s, because today it's like, what shows don't have that? But
although
DS9
was the second show to have a lesbian kiss. It was beat out by LA Law by 2 weeks.
LA Law. What and what year was that?
Oh, I don't remember. It must have been, it was the late 90s, so.
Yeah, I can believe that the 60s wouldn't have tolerated that. By the 90s, they were a little better about tolerating things like that. You had, of course, Seinfeld's infamous, not that there's anything wrong with that. Nothing! Seinfeld. Who doesn't love Seinfeld? Everyone loves Seinfeld.
Oh, I found the original sketch that I did for that painting.
Very cool.
Pretty
very
neat.
good. You're a very talented artist, Vanessa.
Thank you.
She is.
Okay.
Yeah, you really are. I envy
I'm
your
also gonna
artistic
try to go to school this fall, hopefully. So I'm gonna have even less time to make a lot of money and do shit. So
yeah, I was happy to hear you're doing better. You were doing better since that accident you had. I was happy. I heard you were doing better. I heard you were doing better since that accident. I was happy to hear that.
I'm doing okay. I'm broke now because I had to spend all my money registering the new car.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and get a job, and if I can't, then I'm probably gonna have to go and live with my mom. So We'll see what happens.
I understand. I understand, yeah, accidents, particularly.
You kind of broke out there. Plug your microphone in. Yeah, we're hearing nothing from you.
Oopsie daisy.
Well, just make sure that Google Chrome didn't switch to another thing or whatever browser you're using. Because sometimes if it disconnects your microphone, it might jump to something else. So. Or exit out and come back in. That might also fix the audio issue. Yeah, I would love to one day be in a position where I can just like...
Okay, now can you hear me?
Yes. Where once a month I
can
buy your artwork.
Oh, geez. So many audio problems I have in Hangouts. I seem to be infamous for them. I swear.
Everyone has problem with Hangouts.
They can. I've only like just started doing them. Like my first year on YouTube, I never did a single one. Didn't even know how to do them. Now I've been doing them more and more now that my channel's past 1,000 subscribers.
Well, it's funny because when I first started out, I was actually doing Hangouts through Google.com. I didn't know that you could do Hangouts through YouTube. And back then, there was just like not really a whole lot of information out there about how to have a career on YouTube. So it's just like I was learning as I went.
Right. Yeah, but that was my big problem. That's why I took off so slow. I never marketed myself. I think I made a few good videos, but if they're not marketed, no good thumbnails, that no one's going to see them.
Actually, I did an article once about because Krista Winter or whatever her name and Jacqueline Glenn are like, we're so oppressed being women on YouTube. So I did an article about actual stats on people and their viewership on how many subscribers they get.
And I bet attractive women do the best, right?
Well, yeah. Well, women as a whole tend to do better than men. They'll get more subscribers in less time. But
that's obvious.
Men as a whole that have the big channels tend to have more subscribers than women do. But it takes them much longer to get there. Yeah, a good example would be Andy Warski. Andy was doing it for 6 years and never really made all that much of an impact, and then just one day he did.
Maybe I've been doing this a couple of years, so
the name of the game for men is you just gotta keep doing it for a couple of years, and then you will start to be successful at it. For women, you just gotta have. Right. Am I right, Vanessa? Yeah, I got boobs.
Do you have boobs? Sure, I guess so.
No, I said, do you have boobs?
Oh, do I? Yeah, I got boobs.
And that's why she has more subscribers than me. I mean, don't get me wrong.
That is why she also
has good viewpoint, but she has boobs.
Well, she has a few more than me too, though. I'm a lot closer. I've noticed. I've like she when she first subscribed to me, when I first found her channel, she had almost twice what I do. Now
I am getting an A cup though.
Now I'm only about 100 subscribers away from catching up.
Yeah, I don't. Mine has not grown that much, honestly. I don't know why, because I keep reaching out to people and I keep trying to, promote my stuff, and it's just not.
Well, you know what amazed me? What amazed me is that when I was suspended this past 90 days, that I couldn't really stream anymore. I maintained my numbers. I mean, I kind of fluctuated a little bit, but I stayed around 560. And that just amazed me. I thought I would be losing subscribers.
I mean, I had a massive freak out yesterday because YouTube briefly told me I had 0 subscribers subscribers and my page was missing. And it turned out it was like a site-wide glitch, but I fucking freaked out when it said 0 subscribers. What the? What? I was wondering if my channel had gotten deleted for like no reason, because I've heard of that happening before. So I was fucking scared, but it turned out it was just a glitch, and it turned out I got my channel back within the hour. So it was just it was just YouTube fucking off.
Well, you know,
Scaring the shit out
when
of me.
they suspended me for 90 days, they never told me what I did wrong. They're just like, this video with Andy Warski violated our thing. And I'm like, why? Because it's Andy Warski? I mean, that was my best video I ever had. I mean, I gained like 30 subscribers.
I so wish I had downloaded it. I don't know why I didn't. I'm fucking stupid.
They said, was it a community guideline strike or a copyright?
Community guidelines.
Oh, I've never gotten those, but I have had to deal with like copyright claims. I've never gotten a strike, but I've gotten like claims on videos.
Yeah, everyone does get that on occasion, but guideline, the way they write their guidelines, it's basically like, I mean, everything anyone does violates their guidelines in some way. It's just
pretty much that. Yeah, that's a point I made in an earlier video. Their guidelines are so vague that almost everything on YouTube violates them, and they're enforced in such a horrifically unfair and a way that they will not enforce them here, but enforce them here in a very random fashion.
I mean, the only thing I can think is that our title said "dick in boobs" in it, and yet
that's probably the reason.
Yeah, well, but they only did one video. I had like 30 videos that had the words dick and boob, but only one video got violated.
Dude, when you put that in your titles, dude, you're playing with fire.
I know. But then again, there was a woman who was completely topless and had a 4-year-old boy suck her nipple, and that video was perfectly fine. YouTube didn't do anything about it.
I think because breastfeeding is allowed, but a 4-year-old?
Yeah.
Really? Not an infant, but a 4-year-old talking child.
Well, technically, by YouTube standards, that video violates their thing. I mean, it's not like Vanessa can show her tits. I mean, I wish she could, but it would violate the guidelines. And
well, there was Barry actually did a fun video where apparently some woman showed her tits on Facebook, and she, when Facebook took it down, she appealed saying that she identified as a man, and Facebook actually let her keep her titties up online. And I'm like, so there's a little loophole in the whole no boobs policy in these big social networks. Just say you identify as a man and you can show your titties online.
I identify as a penis. I am a penis. Am I offensive yet?
Not to me. You're not offensive to me. You're wonderful, Vanessa.
My penis identifies as trans. Okay, I'll show it now.
No, do not. I do not want to see your penis. No.
But it's a good penis. It's a nice size.
Hey, so is mine, but I don't show it online. I never had a woman complain.
What's up?
Said I hate trying to do art math when people ask for like weird specific questions.
You should do is start doing Rule 34.
How much of my time is this gonna take?
You should do like Rule 34 art. Like do like a drawing comparing having sex with Sargon.
See, if you would pay attention, you would know that I have porn of myself on my Patreon if you donate $15. So
I don't have $15 to donate.
I know, but other people do.
I
barely got any money. I barely got any money.
If you donate $5, you can see my channel art naked. It's $5.
Channel art naked? Does that mean that your art is naked, or that I have to look at it?
The art is naked. Also, if you donate over $1, you get to see extra sexy photos, not of me naked, but like very not safe for work.
What I actually got a policy.
$50, I'll stop showing my nipples on YouTube.
Yeah. That was it actually. In Married with Children, they actually did a fun where Al loses his job, and he puts a tip jar of that says "We'll stop singing for 5 cents" as people walk by. All right, and he starts singing "Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way." Someone puts in a nickel, and they're silent for a while until she leaves. And then they're like, "Deck the halls with balls of holly, fall." Yeah. Married with Children. It was always fun.
Sorry, I'm in the middle of fucking typing shit. I hate braining because my brain has brained too hard today, and still so angry at Wells Fargo. I hate them so much. Now my battery's running low.
What'd Wells Fargo do?
They keep charging me late fees, even though they said that they were going to get rid of them, and now I have a bunch of late fees and no money. So, yeah. And I talked to like 3, 4, 5 different people, and they all said that they couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah,
they assured me that they would be removed.
I find the whole banking system to be hilarious because it's like, if something gets charged to my card, that goes through instantaneous. But if it has to be reversed, like someone made a mistake somewhere, that takes 5 days. And it's like, why is it so quick one way but so slow the other way?
I don't know. The sloths who work there probably are at different points, right? What do you call? I don't know. What do you call a 3-humped camel?
What's the deal with banks?
Yeah. I don't know if anyone got. I don't know if everyone got that Zootopia reference, but I don't.
Oh, I didn't watch Zootopia, so
if you can watch any animated movie, watch that one because it was really good.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my charger so I don't die.
All right. Cool.
Yes, staying alive is good.
Oh boy,
And they love their late fees.
They do. So I don't know. So I saw the new Planet of the Apes movie. The day before yesterday.
Yeah, how was that?
Excellent. It was fucking excellent.
That's surprising.
Oh, this whole new Planet of the Apes trilogy from 2011 to now they've all been excellent movies. They're like
well, yeah, but I figured sooner or later they'd fail because in today's age, it's hard to have a good series of movies. And it was like Marvel was like the diamond in the rough. I mean, the fact that those series of movies that on average have been pretty good.
Yeah, so the new Spider-Man was pretty good too. I saw that one.
Yeah, I want to see that, but it hasn't been uploaded yet to streaming sites.
Yeah, I understand. If you're not in the position to buy movie tickets, I understand. But I did see it, and I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah,
easily the best Spider-Man movie since. Easily the best Spider-Man movie since 2004. Easily.
Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing Michael Keaton as a villain because he is such a great actor.
He was pretty good.
Oh. Yeah, especially it's kind of nice that and I feel like the Marvel movies are kind of like a passing of the torch from the old guard to the new guard. Like we see all of what they're trying to do. Actors. Yeah. We've seen Kurt Russell. We've seen Michael Keaton. We've seen Michael Douglas. Not Michael Keaton. Why did I say Michael Keaton? I don't know. I'm starting to get lost now. But we've seen all of these really great actors in these Marvel films, and it's like, and it just makes me so happy because these are really great movies, and we're getting some.
We got someone new in the chat. Ren Reading. Hi, Ren Reading. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm Jim. I'm Jim of Loudmouth Reviews.
One of my Medusa streams. Huh? How you doing? Nice to meet you. Hey, Mad Cat, how you doing?
Nice.
Take that for what you will.
He's been having. We've been discussing. He's got some financial problems. I've been trying to help him out.
That's good.
She knows.
Some suggestions.
Time. Although I haven't talked to her like in a week, and I've missed her. I'm like, where's Red?
I'm still on Skype. I'm free. Hit me up.
You heard that? She's free.
Not like that. There is an Igor who will, might take offense to some stuff.
Damn it.
You anything below the belt. Although the one time I promised to post my picture on Twitter, Ren was there. It's like, let's see if he'll do it.
Will he do it? It was a joke. It wasn't just me. It was Medusa, too, who seems to have left the chat. So this will probably go off air soon.
Yeah.
I think she said she was coming back.
Okay.
Well, she was trying to get her charger. I'm guessing she meant for her laptop and not for her cell phone.
So her laptop probably died. That's probably what happened to her. But she'll be back probably.
Well, no. The problem is though, is she's gone for 10 minutes. The stream will end.
Goes off air. Small child, you're not getting my brownie. Go.
Well, I hope she comes back then.
Is it a special brownie?
No, unfortunately, cannot buy those around here.
Good.
It's a regular brownie.
Good to have you back. I love seeing more pretty faces in this chat.
I like seeing more pretty boobs in the chat.
Hey.
And having edited both of their pictures, I have new love of both of them.
Well, thank you for sharing that. So you're a male who enjoys the female body. That is very unique. You're like that character in Idiocracy. You know, I actually like having sex with chicks. I think everyone does, Freda. Oh, not like me. You ever see that movie, Idiocracy?
Yeah.
I love that movie to death.
It's a required movie because it's where we're going. Yes. And that scares the shit out of me.
Don't we own Idiocracy?
Andrew got me a new tablet, which is really nice of him.
Oh, Igor has the exact same one.
Really? Awesome.
Yeah, I think even the same color tablet, too.
I love it.
I should show you my tablet.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
This is my tablet.
What is that?
Well, on this side, it's an ink reader, kind of like a Kindle. And this is the actual tablet side.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah, they don't make this anymore. I got it on sale on Walmart's website, but the company that made it went out of business, and of course it's like really, really old, but I love it. It feels like I'm actually reading a book. That's the reason why I got it.
Oh, I have a Kindle. I actually have to get a new, it's a bookcase for the Kindle, so it makes it look like one of those old-timey books.
Yeah.
This
I have a Kindle as well.
This is my old one, but it doesn't fit my current Kindle.
Oh, darn it. That boy, Pat, if you're still there, he asked me how DeRay's role was. I'm guessing when I talked about the new Planet of the Apes movie. You remember that one guy?
Hey, no spoilers, man. No spoilers. I want to see that.
No spoilers. I'm not making spoilers. But, yeah, you remember that one, Black Lives Matter leader, DeRay? Because one of the chimps wore his jacket. He, thought it was talking about him, which is pretty stupid beyond all reason.
Oh my God, that monkey wore a shirt. It must be about me. Because I wear shirts.
Who thinks that? Who sees a chimpanzee in a movie and just because he's wearing the same color shirt thinks, oh, they're talking about me? Yeah, seriously. That is narcissistic.
More than that, because it's not just that, but the black community have always assumed that whenever someone talks about a monkey or a gorilla, they're referring to a black person.
Mhm.
No, back in the day when racist America, that used to be true. But today, it's like when Harambe was shot, that became a black issue. Like, this just shows that black people are oppressed. I'm like, it was a fucking gorilla. It had nothing to do with black or white.
The kid actually, the 4-year-old kid that was saved there from that action was actually a little black kid.
Well, yes.
It's just a sad situation, though. I mean, I don't know if I kind of still think they should have tried to rescue the kid without resorting to shooting him. I don't know.
Although it was funny when they first thought it was a white kid. And the black community is like, well, this is just proof that white parents don't know how to take care of their children. Black people do. And then when it was discovered, it was actually a black child.
Egg in their face, anyone who said that.
Well, yeah, then it was like, oh, it was a black kid that was in the pet. Oh, fuck. The zoo should have had better gates.
The zoo should have had better gates. They did improve that. They put this net up afterwards that supposedly would prevent, because the kid actually crawled underneath the net, the net. So they put up this new safety barrier to prevent a kid from getting in there after that incident, which should have been there to begin with. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
which ruined it for the rest of us. That was my chronic connection. That gorilla had good shit. Now how am I supposed to get in there and?
There are very few gorillas left. It is a tragedy that an animal that critically endangered had to be shot like that.
But you have to understand too, they did make the valid argument that even if they had used tranks, so something that wouldn't have killed him, it wouldn't have been enough time for the gorilla to calm down.
The animal could have been agitated by that. Yes, I understand. I understand that argument.
And they were more worried about get that child.
I understand why they did. I understand why they did it. Believe me. I mean, because male gorillas are infanticidal. They will sometimes kill the offspring of a rival male. So if it saw the child like a baby gorilla, the animal could have killed that child. Huh?
The way it treated it, I think it did see it as a baby gorilla.
Which means the kid could have been at risk if they agitated. And then the zoo would have been blamed for the death of a child, and that's a whole nother ball.
I understand why they made that decision. So believe me, I'm not angry at the zoo. I just think the whole situation is sad.
I'm angry at the mother. She should have been keeping her eye on her child. I don't care.
I think it was an accident.
White or black.
An accident is an accident. Plus, mind you, she was at the zoo with 2 or 3 other kids. I have 3 kids myself. Keeping track of when you have one specific child, when you have a group of them with you, you turn your back for 1 second and a kid gets in there. Kids are quick that way. So, I mean, it's really no one's truly at fault. Yes, the mother should have watched the kid better, but she could have turned her back to talk to another kid to stop another kid from doing something while that kid climbed into the monkey pen.
That is supposedly exactly what happened.
So as a result,
another one of her kids distracted her, and she kept her eye off, and the kid just slipped away.
Exactly.
That little.
So it's not truly the mother's fault. And yes, the zoo should have had better netting. To be fair, yeah. I grew up in Chicago. I saw zoos that had the under netting and the other netting, and just to make sure kids definitely didn't get in there. They should have had that, but they at least did have something, which meant they were trying to keep people out of those areas. And the zoo, yes, they could have done something not to shoot the animal, but get the kid out. So it's kind of a giant clusterfuck of should-haves, but no one's truly at fault for it.
Right. It was just kind of a big clusterfuck of bullshit right there.
I see it differently. I think everyone's at fault. Even the lions, they're at fault.
Well, blame the lions. That works. Chat's now talking about Deadpool the movie. I hope Deadpool 2 turns out good.
I just watched that the other night.
Well, my fear with Deadpool 2 as a movie is that because now they know they've been successful, even though they had a limited budget and they were basically given the room to fail because it was released during Valentine's. Now that Fox is, or was it Sony?
Fox.
Fox is like, hey, here's a bunch of money. Do whatever you want. It's going to be crap. that sometimes a movie is good because
Don't
it
they
has
have this?
a limited
Don't they have the same director though?
budget. No, I think the director left.
Yeah, so that's the part I'm like iffy because sequels tend to sometimes suck. The first movie, I think they're gonna do okay because Fox is gonna want to stick to the formula that made the first one good, which is basically stick to the source material. Plus, Ryan Reynolds is still on the projects, so we have hope.
I think I hope it's good. It's supposedly getting a bigger budget than the first one got because the first one was the highest grossing R-rated movie ever made.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was just proof. It was just proof, and a superhero meant for adults can do well.
That's why we got Logan a year later. That's why they agreed to make it an R-rated movie because Deadpool's success.
How was Logan?
Excellent.
Oh, that's good.
It was yeah. I did a quick thoughts review of it on my channel a couple months ago. Yeah, for good movie reviews, you should definitely subscribe. I did
Well,
one.
so far I disagree with you on 2 movies, so I mean, there's that.
What do you disagree with me on?
Well, I don't think Logan. I think it's a decent film, but they haven't made a really good Logan film.
I thought
I think they're just trying to tie up loose ends of this universe because they now have the McAvoy universe with Professor X. So it's like, let's do one more with these 2 actors, just kind of a final send-off where somehow they die at the end. Because Logan's not supposed to die. He's immortal. But I just felt like it was more of just
alert! You just all right. You're spoiling. You just made a big spoiler on the movie. What you up to, man? What you smoking? Can't be doing that.
Given that basically the actor says, "I finally die in this film."
And given this movie is a couple months old, I think it's okay. It's not like
I think a year old.
Yeah, it's not like was it the guy after
He came out in February.
There was the guy after Force Awakens came out that had the sign of Han Solo dies on the back of his car and drove around, and it's
what an asshole! What an asshole right there. That's being a complete asshole. Because I was shocked when I saw that in that movie. I was just like, no, you can't.
When I
Still haven't seen it. Still
when
won't.
I watched the movie, they telegraphed that guy's gonna die from the moment he stepped onto the set, and the second he became her mentor and father figure, I'm like,
yeah, he's gonna die.
He's gone.
He's dead. He's dead. He is Obi-Wan in this movie. He is going to die.
Well, considering the fact that he's refused to do anything with Star Wars since the Episode 3 came out, that he's like, yeah, I don't want to play this character. This character is childish. And they brought him back. My thought was, yeah, he's going to die. That's the only way to bring this character back is he's like, well, I'll do it for $20 million, but he has to die at the end, so I can never come back.
Yeah,
So,
my main issue is also they telegraphed that he was Kylo Ren's dad too. Like that was also could you have found a way of doing that without it being emo Vader or even more emo Vader and like not telegraphing that this is Han Solo's son.
Could you redo it where it wasn't a remake of Episode 4?
Well, that too, where it's like calling shot for shot. It's like this is where they're going to do this, and the fact that the actress playing Rey couldn't shut her damn mouth or emote.
Daisy Ridley.
Yeah, and he's like, "Can you close your mouth, please, and show some emotion?"
And now, of course, now they have to deal with Carrie Fisher's absence for Episode 9, which is a whole another can of worms.
Well, yeah, but then add in also, I'm really hoping they actually are bringing in the Grey Jedi, because if they're not, and they're just going to make her the reincarnation of Anakin, I am going to be pissed.
No, I'm not really sure what exactly they're going to do with that character.
You know, I was thinking about Star Wars, that if I was, a big Hollywood exec, the direction I would have taken it. And you know what they should have done with all this, Muslim bullshit that we deal with today, is they should have had, like, the main character be a Sith who's more of an anti-hero, like the guy that we're rooting for, rather than go with the standard Jedi are good, Sith are evil bullshit.
I don't know. I just kind of wish they had. they hadn't made The Force Awakens such a remake of A New Hope the way they did. That was my only beef with the movie, is it just seemed so much.
They got what's his name to cut lens flare guy to come in and direct it, and that's essentially what he did with Into Darkness. He is the person who remakes previous shit, only new iteration.
Well, yeah, I guess because Into Darkness essentially was like a remake of, well, not as much though.
It was
not
Wrath
as much.
2.0.
Not as much as The Force Awakens was a remake of A New Hope.
Okay,
so there
I'll
were
give you
definitely
that.
callbacks.
To be fair, J.J. Abrams came into Star Trek saying, hey, let's do something that's completely different, that's a little nod to the fans. Then went into Star Wars and said, let's do the exact same thing that's a little nod to new fans.
Basically, he did the opposite of what he did with the first new Star Trek film. Because I'll give the first new Star Trek film one thing he did. It was at least kind of interesting to see the new timeline and all the little things that changed based off of tiny decisions.
But
I agree with that. I love the first one and I love the third one. I fucking hate the second one. And
I liked Into Darkness. I liked it.
Ruined it for me was Yahora's character. She's just completely out of place. They fucked up the trio.
Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan was awesome.
It's a Freudian trio, and then you take McCoy out, you put Yahora in there, and bitch about, you never talk about your feelings. That's a fucking Vulcan! They don't have feelings. Yes, I know.
Okay, that's a good point.
They don't have feelings. You're dating a Vulcan. This is what to expect.
Yeah, also
that is a very, very, very valid point, I will admit. But I still like Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan, and I still thought the movie definitely had its moments. And RoboCop as a main antagonist, the way it is, that whole tense standoff. So overall, I still kind of like the movie.
Yeah, Cumberbatch was a good thing for Khan, but they could have built up to it more. Yeah. If you're really going the Khan route, you have to do the full build-up. At least that's what Wrath of Khan movie had in its favor. The original had Khan was a pre-existing character from the TV show that had been built up before he came into play into the movie. So therefore, there was a little more history and people understood. You didn't quite have to do here is the obligatory background on this character. Also, the only funny thing I ever got from watching that movie was I'm a bigger Star Wars fan than I am Star Trek. My husband happens to be a Star Trek fan. And he was telling me to shut up in the theater opening weekend when I'm going, I think we've seen this movie. Wasn't it called Wrath of Khan? And he's like, shut up, shut up, shut up. And then we get to the end and he's like, God damn it.
Yeah, pretty much is. But you know what? Well, I'll tell you why Wrath of Khan is so much better than Into Darkness. Because when Spock died, we really believed Spock was dead. We didn't know there was going to be a third movie. We didn't even have the internet back then. No. It was more lasting. It had more of an impact. And his death scene is considered one of the best movie moments.
Hold on. I got to cut out, but I might be back.
Okay. But then with Kirk dying, it's like, is anyone really believing that he's actually dead? He's going to come back. Come on.
To be honest, Igor and I both talked about this, and what would have made Into Darkness better is if they turned around and they did search for Kirk. Do the full switch.
I need more nuts. Angie needs more nuts.
Nice. But Macca, imagine if the third film had actually been Search for Kirk, where they didn't discover the magic blood thing till after they had shipped off his body to space or something. And then you had a full flip of the entire thing for that timeline, it would have at least been more interesting.
No, what would have been better is at the very end, William Shatner comes in like Star Trek Enterprise D from the future, comes back and starts firing on Khan's ship. It's like, what about that, bitches? That would have been better.
That would have been at least a little bit more interesting.
They shouldn't have done Into Darkness. They should have done like, and you know, Carmen had actually said initially that they were going to be doing a film about Gary Mitchell and that Cumberbatch would be playing, but Gary Mitchell. I'm like, that would have been such a great film.
Yeah.
You
But then
remember Gary Mitchell, right?
I'd have to. Igor, who's Gary Mitchell?
I can tell you who Gary Mitchell is. Don't have to ask
Okay.
Igor. It was actually the first episode of Star Trek with William Shatner, and in it they go to the edge of the galaxy and go through that red thing or whatever. And Gary Mitchell ends up getting Q-like powers, and Kirk has to basically kill his best friend, who's becoming dangerously powerful.
That would have been far more interesting.
Yeah.
Medusa, what are you doing, and why am I seeing mentions of dildos in chat?
Really, I'm seeing mentions of pussy in chat.
We are talking about dildos in many orifices.
Ah. I don't think that's YouTube advertiser friendly.
Yeah, I even have a case for a dildo in here.
Well, you know,
Not the actual dildo.
how about we have a battle for
Sorry, my mom was calling.
vibrator versus
I think mine's bigger.
mine? I don't know. Mine's
What I
pretty
missed?
long.
Uh,
I mean, it's mostly just the head, but that's all That's all girls care about, anyways, right? Just the head.
Someone's saying in the
Yeah.
chat, I hope the Netflix does Old Republic, and I'm like, yeah, that would be really cool if Netflix would do something like that.
yeah.
But it might be tough to do on a television budget.
Well, Netflix would
Actually,
have.
I wouldn't mind seeing that, but I did love the video game series. It's the only Star Wars I ever enjoyed.
Old Republic.
the Old
Igor liked it. I guess for Star Wars things, I actually kind of wish Star Wars instead of getting like a new movie, because to be honest, if anything that the early 2000s taught me, it's be very wary of any new Star Wars film. I wish they kind of had gone the Netflix route, because then there's so much the canon you could bring in as well.
Disney paid $4 billion for the right to make Star Wars movies. They were going to make movies.
I know. But still, could they at least give some of the canon stuff to, like, say, Netflix? Because
They got the what is it? The cartoon show Rebels on Disney XD. It's actually pretty good.
Well, yeah, no, my kids like it too. But there's so much stuff, like with Grey Jedis and so much lore that you could easily take some of that, hand it to someone, and go, here's Netflix money. Make us a Netflix miniseries.
And they ruled after they did the whole expanded universe.
When I did Star Wars The Old Republic, the MMO, I played as a Grey Jedi. And I'm like, if I cannot be Grey, I'm not going to play this game at all. So, and you know, that's something that always bothered me about Star Wars, especially the movies. It's Jedi good, Sith evil. Let's mix that up a bit. And I know the extended universe has played around with that a lot. We need to see that in a film. We need to see Cruella de Vil right now in front of us. But we need to see that in a film.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. But that's why my hope is, because my problem with the trailer. No, my problem with the new trailer for the second upcoming Star Wars film is the fact that either A, the leaked script online is right, and Rey is really the reincarnation of Anakin, here to bring back the balance, or B, they really are going to go full out the Grey Jedi route, where it's no longer, light versus dark, and we can really hope that's where they're going. That they're finally going to take in some of the extended universe and go, okay, fine, here's the Grey Jedi. It's no longer Sith versus Jedi anymore.
Well, you do know that the expanded universe, prior to Disney buying it, Disney ruled all of it's not canon except the Clone Wars television series. That's all they kept canon.
I thought that was
mean
bullshit.
that it doesn't exist anymore. It
just means it's not canon. It won't be considered for the films, which is bullshit. Because they're really limiting themselves. There is so much lore and stuff and stories in the extended universe that could have made amazing movies. You could have had a Star Wars film coming out one a year and have each one be different from the other.
Vanessa, can I say you're looking hot tonight?
Oh, thank you.
I love your look you got right now.
Oh,
I
yeah.
am I am so in love. Right.
That's the point. Is to seduce the boys.
Yeah. I invited you on my last hangout. I sent you a link, but you didn't.
I know. I had adult things to do. Either that or I was sleeping. I don't remember.
I understand.
Because I had a 12-hour
I understand.
drive the other day.
Yeah, you
the chat was just
You're just afraid of me. You're afraid that I'll disagree with you and tell you that your reviews suck. I haven't seen your reviews. I'm sure they're.
I'll try to invite you aboard one of mine, but I was saying my whole chat. I invited a whole bunch of people, but it was a total sausage fest. No chicks showed up, just a few dudes. So would have been welcome.
One thing I know chicks to have on streams with. Okay, I only really know the two, but you know they're really wonderful. Ren and Medusa.
Yes,
they really bring the boobage.
Yes, we do.
Absolutely. Yes, they do.
And now she's wearing an afro.
Look, it's Gene Shalit.
I mean, I'm wearing watermelons. I might as well get into character. This is why you should donate to me and Mad Cat's Poor Fund.
In some private message, my patrons seemed to love you when you came aboard my channel, Vanessa. My patrons were telling me how great it was.
Speaking of Star Wars, I don't know what the hell this is. Lego Star
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
Darth Vader.
No. More emo Darth Vader.
It's still Darth Vader.
He's more emo though than the. Kylo Ren is so emo. I forgave Anakin Skywalker in the prequels for being emo, because at least Anakin had a reason to be emo.
I will be the most powerful Jedi ever. I killed them all. Everyone. All right.
Well, yeah, but
the women and the children too. Yes.
So, Vanessa, I don't often say this to you, but I feel it's appropriate to say it now. Nice melons.
Yeah,
and
Skittles,
I agree with that.
And Skittles, I agree with you. There is an argument to be made that the Sith actually are the good guys. The Jedi do hold all the information to themselves. Oh, and you're not allowed to have sex.
That is kind of a bullshit.
Well, actually, it's a little bit. There's a great series on. Hold on. There's a great series on YouTube, and I forget what it is at the moment, but it goes through trying to explain what is in the Star Wars universe. And there's a great video about why people hated the Jedi, especially after the Republic fell. And in this sense, the Jedi were truly evil because they only did things that the Republic told them to do. Like, say, hey, there's this war on this planet. Go stop the war. Mm-hmm. They go there, they stop the war, and they leave, but they don't solve the initial problem of what caused it. And people have their entire lives changed because of the Jedi. The Jedi were never really there for the citizens of the Republic, only there as the military police.
Oh, also point out
that's what they were.
Also point out that the Sith or the Empire did, short of the planets they didn't control, they did get rid of slavery.
That's not true.
And yet, for the most part,
no. Actually, the opposite is true. You do know that they enslaved the Wookiees. That's kind of how canon about how
are the Wookiees really people?
Yes. The Wookiees were clearly sentient. Okay, they were sentient beings.
Oh,
all right.
God, you had to say that word, didn't you? Oh, it's sapient. Sentient. A dog is sentient. The word you're looking for is sapient.
See, you made my argument.
But I'm saying, all right, Chewbacca clearly was intelligent enough to pilot spaceships, okay? The Wookiees were a technological people.
How do you know Chewbacca wasn't just a one-off?
Because you see all of them in Revenge of the Sith.
Doing what?
Operating technology, firing weapons. They're clearly a technological society.
Well, being able to pick up a weapon and firing it is not indicative that you know how to build that weapon.
I'm sure the Wookiees were intelligent creatures, and Chewbacca is too, and they live hundreds of years. Okay, so yes, the Empire enslaving them was monstrous, and that's why.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I'm just saying. I mean, the Wookiees were not technologically advanced; they mostly lived in the trees.
Yes, but they were still technologically advanced. What was it? And what else? The Ewoks were not technologically advanced, but even the Ewoks were sapient. All right, they were clearly had tools and other things, and it would still be monstrous to enslave them too.
And they were clearly left alone because, short of there being an installation for the Empire on there, they had their own stuff and they were left alone.
I found candy.
You know, I think there's a another race of beings because there's no way the Ewoks could have construct those booby traps. I just don't believe it.
Why? The Ewoks were intelligent. There's movies all about the Ewoks. I fucking reviewed them.
Yeah.
Well, yes, you like every single one of them.
The Ewoks were the cute teddy bear people, so I'll give them that. Those are the ones that should never have been, I don't think were slaves, and if they were, they should never have been. The Wookiees, on the other hand, they weren't as cute, so.
That's a terrible ethical standard.
I hate the
yes, it is.
Because it led
it's my ethical standard.
Jar Jar Binks.
What was it?
Fuck Jar Jar Binks.
Han met Chewie because Chewie was enslaved, and Han freed him, and Chewie swore Han a Wookiee life debt, and that's how they became friends.
Well, but here's the kicker: is that Wookiees have been enslaved pretty much throughout their entire history. It wasn't just the Empire that did it. So
it was illegal under Republic law, and the Empire rescinded those laws.
But to be fair, the Jedi didn't do much when they saw slavery. If you want to take the prequels as canon, which some people do,
they are.
I don't consider them canon, but whatever.
They are.
Hey, Jar Jar Binks. That's a good enough reason. Jar Jar Binks and midichlorians.
I don't consider any of the movies canon. We need to start over. Now that George
say that they'll do it again.
I don't think you don't consider them canon because they don't go boom enough.
But if you consider that, a Jedi Qui-Gon Jinn, who found Anakin, knew his mother was enslaved, knew there were slaves on that planet, and walked away once he got what he wanted because they didn't give a flying fuck.
They were protecting an entire galaxy. All right.
To be fair on that argument is that Tatooine was outside the jurisdiction of the Republic, and there's nothing he could have really done
without declaring war.
Right, and he would only be one Jedi, and while one Jedi could take on a small army, you know, he couldn't really take on the entire planet.
The whole Hutt clan. The Hutt clan controlled Tatooine, and basically they would have had to have declared war on the entire Hutt clan to change that situation.
And the Hutts were not just on Tatooine either.
Yes, the Hutts had many planets under their control. They were vile gangsters.
Would you ever guess that I hated Star Wars? I know so much about it.
It's okay. It's like me and Star Trek knowledge. I have just enough because I'm married to someone who likes it. But that's about it.
Bigger flaw in that story. Why on earth would slavery even exist in a society that could build technological droids that could do all the jobs of a biological slave far more efficiently?
Have you seen those droids? I haven't seen one good slave droid. They're all either on a track or gay.
And besides, who doesn't want a harem of dancing girls who you control who lives or dies?
Well, a harem of robots. That would be interesting.
But come on. Harem of alien dancing girls. I still found it interesting that the original when they did the special edition and George Lucas wanted to reshoot it, they found the original girl who was in the original movie, and then brought her back, and she actually looked better than when she first appeared in the film.
Probably had better makeup techniques.
No, she was more into dancing, so she was actually even more in shape when they found her again.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting, actually.
And they actually even found her they found her because someone else pointed out that was his own sister, and then he just got them in contact with her again.
It was like 14 years later when after Return of the Jedi when they did the special editions.
But I do honestly feel that, what George Lucas is a great world builder. He is a horrible storyteller. And the only movie that has any redeeming quality is Episode 5. All of the rest of it is crap. Although I give special exceptions to Episode 4 since it was the first in the series. But
4 is good. It does have slight things like Luke Skywalker can get a tad whiny at times. Okay, a lot. The last, the 6 is good.
Yeah.
6 still holds up. My problem is with the prequels.
Revenge of the Sith was good. I liked Revenge of the Sith.
Why I have a problem with Star Wars, and it actually is in Star Wars 4, which represents why I feel what I do. Okay, so here's the situation. You have a princess, you have a farm boy, you have a scoundrel, and you have a Wookiee. Only 2 of them are carrying weapons. They come into a corridor with 4 soldiers in armor, all of them armed. What happens? The soldiers run away. That doesn't happen. In fact, Spaceballs got it right. The soldiers stayed and fight in Spaceballs. But in the Star Wars universe, the clones run away. And don't give me that bullshit. Well, they were running back to the rest of their troop. No, they would stay and fight.
That seems
completely ridiculous.
There'd be defective clones here and there. They're cloning these people. There's got to be defects here and there.
Actually, no, because according to the lore, after the Empire took over, they stopped using clones.
Hey, movie logic. Leave it alone. There's even
because the movie is stupid. The movie is stupid for having that scene.
Same can be said about a certain Star Trek film where the whole plot of it is save the whales.
That was a little bit more plausible.
What the fuck?
A little bit. I mean, yeah, I agree. Going back in time, changing history, it has a lot of complications. I mean, it's just as retarded as Back to the Future, although I still enjoy that film. But, I mean, yes, there are some key problems with this, but it's excusable. But with Star Wars, for me, it's not, because it just... It was done more as a comedic effect than actually taking itself seriously.
Because Star Wars, while it has its serious moments, also the whole point was to have the levity of these small moments, like the fact that the stormtroopers couldn't shoot for shit.
Well, that I can accept because it's a common trope that villains are bad shooters. That's just been around for a long time.
Yeah. One cigarette, please.
And someone wants me to stretch myself out more. What?
I think he was referring to me in our conversation about balls.
Okay.
And Thraxi, you are correct. Hans.
Did you guys want to keep talking about Star Wars, or did you want to?
We can move on. Star Wars versus Star Trek can go on forever.
Star Trek.
Star Wars versus Star Trek, whatever. And I think someone's talking, but we just can't hear him.
Uh-oh. What, did you have anything else you wanted to talk about, Madcap?
What?
Help me stop being homeless.
Yeah.
Donate.
Yeah.
His mic messed up. Yes.
Yeah, it happened before. He'll come back in just a moment and it'll work.
I hate that keeps happening.
Well, the snowball, because I have the exact same mic, that cord is a little bit loose, so it's better if you just keep it still and don't move it.
I guess. But what was I going to say? You want to really chafes my ass though is the fact that I had this Twitter parody account, And a few days ago, it got canceled. Twitter removed my account, and I'm so pissed about that.
It's Twitter.
Why? What did you put on it?
It was a parody account of Steve Shives. It was called Steven Slives.
Oh, there you go.
And it was full of joke tweets that basically made fun of Shives and other social justice warriors. Okay, I basically was playing a character, and I would say like really stupid SJW bullshit, feminist bullshit. All right, just to just for laughs. Like when someone said the SJWs hated sex with the Steve Shives parody account, I said, I don't hate sex. I watch my wife have it all the time.
Medusa, you do know you put out the link for the dashboard for that GoFundMe.
Probably based on mine, so.
Just letting you know. But yeah, that's Twitter. Did you guys see what happened Sunday night with YouTube, where they were some people were trying to log in and they were seeing 0 subscriber count and not being able to reach their channel?
That happened to me, and it freaked me out.
Same here. It happened to me too.
My mic was on. Sorry. Yeah, that's the fucking link that Mad Cat posted. What was the?
Here's the actual link. I apologize. I put the.
Okay.
I put out the good link.
That's the actual one. Wait. Hopefully.
Okay, so let's. Now it's the withdrawal link. Son of the bitches!
Yes.
I don't understand why this is doing this to me. Fuck you, browser. Okay, finally. Ooh, someone donated to me again. Sweet. Okay, let me try this again. I swear, I have a degree in computers. I know what I'm doing sometimes.
It's websites. Just blame the websites.
Yeah, I flipped out. I freaked out. I thought my YouTube channel was deleted when that happened. I was so scared. I was like, fuck.
Oh,
Right,
I
there
did
you go.
too. Like, why can't I reach my channel? I don't have any strikes. I had to check like 2 times. Like, do I have any community guideline strikes? Is there something going on with my channel? No, wait. YouTube's fucking up. What the hell?
0 subscribers. When it said 0 subscribers, my heart sank. I'm like, no! Where are all my subscribers that I worked for years to obtain?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I kind of consider it a badge of honor if YouTube just banned me altogether. Like, as much as I hated the 90-day suspension, I'm like, you know, I just earned my merit badge. I offended YouTube so much they had to, like, silence me.
Yeah, but it's different than
All
like
the
waking
grades
up.
have been silenced.
It's different than waking up and going, "Oh, I still have my channel," but oh look, for me, it's like the 1,000 subscribers I took 2 years to work up to is now gone. I'm so oh god, no.
How many subscribers you got?
I have 1,081.
I have 1,125, so I'm ahead of you very slightly.
You people suck. I have 565.
Hey.
Yeah, but I don't know. I managed to build that without the whole hot chick advantage.
The what advantage?
I just torture myself with cringe on weekends, and I've also started reading and reviewing feminist books, and apparently
that's actually an awesome idea. Actually,
yeah.
When are you going to review my erotica novel that no one knows that I wrote?
I will get to that after I finish Feminist Fight Club.
Okay.
Feminist Fight Club is the next on the list, and
hey, the first rule of Feminist Fight Club is you don't talk about Feminist Fight Club.
no, actually, according to them, you're supposed to always talk about Feminist Fight Club and be loud.
See, I've always wanted to open up a Fight Club bed and breakfast. And of course, with Fight Club bread and breakfast, you don't talk about Fight Club bread and breakfast, except for on Yelp, because we need the 5-star reviews.
Yeah. Never trust a book where the opening cover is this.
Oh, shit.
Can't really see that. Can you pull back a little bit? This is to certify as a member of the Feminist Fight Club. Yeah, that cover is way too busy.
I just don't trust it because of what's in this book. They explain what mansplainers are.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Other
like the best It's the feminist fight club. Just spread your legs open and show your penis. Like, oh, we quit. We surrender. Tap out.
Yeah. Well, apparently I'm not allowed to make fun of feminists. My whole account that made fun of them got shut down. You know, all those brilliant jokes that I toiled so hard to make, gone.
Well, it's because you're a guy. I'm a woman. Technically, by their logic, I have internalized misogyny for making fun of them, but I can still criticize them because pussy pass.
Well, I was making fun of Steve Shives, who was the guy in the primary one. I had what was another joke I did? I would like say to like attractive YouTube anti-feminists, I would like go up to them and say, "I'm madly in love with you, but if my wife finds out, she'll beat me. So we have to keep our love secret." Yeah, I did that with like blonde tweets, wrong millennial, and all kinds of like all those hot anti-feminist chicks. I would like tweet that at them as a joke. Sugar Tits liked it; she thought it was funny.
I'm having an affair with all of the anti-feminist ladies.
Are you now? All right, you bring.
Yes. Especially
Yeah.
the ones in our calendar. They send
yeah.
me nudes all the time. No.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you can still buy a calendar, by the way, if you want one for $15. By sending money to, it's all in the description down below, all of our links to our website and our Twitter and all that shit. But you can still buy one and by going to paypal.me/lovetheseladies. So donate there, and you can get you can get a calendar for $15. You can still get an autographed photo for $25. I don't mind extending that. I mean,
We have
why
plenty.
not? But yeah, so yeah, and if you spent over $25, you're going to be getting one of those in the mail. We're trying to get everything sent out around October.
Really
so
well with this calendar, we can do 2019, the boobening.
Yes.
Yes, and we might be able to even do a men's calendar as well. So and a
Plus,
Safe for Work calendar.
I volunteer.
Plus,
I'm sure.
we got more than just those items. We've also got a wall poster of Mercedes Carrera. We're going to get a wall calendar. We've got a photo book. All the photos that we couldn't use because we could only use like one photo, we're going to put it into the photo book. So you get to see like modern Medusa and reading Rin in different poses, showing off their wonderful bodies. So, amongst the other girls as well.
Yep.
I mean, these girls are very photogenic. They just love sending us photos.
You just like
Especially
it.
Ren. Ren is just such a hottie in her boots.
I believe it.
I don't know what
I
it is
so
about
believe it.
Texas
You mean
girls in
chagrin.
boots, but I just love them.
You mean chagrin. Chagrin's the one
Who
who
did I
wears the
say?
boots. You said me. Chagrin wore
Oh,
boots.
okay.
I wear a bikini
I
and
wasn't wearing anything.
bikinis in my
I
bikinis in my
was-
shots. And I still think my other ones.
I don't
I
wear.
said Ren, but I mentioned
Yeah, well, in the 2017 calendar, I don't wear anything. $5 for the 2017 PDF calendar. Technically, well, okay,
Yeah,
I wear a
she's
piece
wearing
of
a ribbon.
a piece of clothing or a cloth. Sorry, a piece of cloth is covering me and nothing else.
And she's being bathed by the moonlight.
Medusa, to be fair, you're wearing more than me because I'm wearing a American flag bikini.
I mean,
And
yeah, I mean, I guess it just depends on the perspective you look at it. Because I'm like from the side, and they can basically see like the whole, the whole side of me. But yeah, the 2018 calendar is also going to be just as sexy. So yeah,
With base mama.
all the
and
links are in
it.
the description.
Oh, I can't.
You got
About
based mama
how to
to
support
agree
Mac.
to.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Base Mama, Mocha Rosary, Chagrin, Anna
Okay.
Cherry, Mercedes Carrera.
Very nice.
Stuttering
Yep.
soliloquy.
Is there anything else you wanted to say, Mike Cat, before we go?
My book is going to be coming out on the 23rd. The link should be down below. If you want to buying that book, I mean, even if you're not a writer, actually helps me out a lot because it gets me higher on search results on Amazon. So, and that way other people can discover me and buy my book. And it's a writing help book. So I think it's going to be a very good book for writers to have. So we can actually have some good characters. Enough of this Kristen Stewart bullshit. I hate it. Close your fucking mouth. I never thought I would say to a girl to close her mouth because, with an open mouth, you can insert penis.
Dude!
But her,
Dude!
no.
Dude! Hey.
I'm trying to make Ren blush, but so far I failed.
A little bit fancy on that sense of humor.
I sell boob gifts online.
There was one time you said no one can make me blush, and I said challenge accepted. I'm still trying.
Yeah. Not stopping it from trying.
People said I had a dark sense of humor. That was kind of dirty.
All right. Anyways, I guess we're gonna try to do another stream before. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Well, my last date is the 31st, so I mean, I want to try to do like a 24-hour Twitch stream where I play Dungeon Siege, but I would love to do one more stream with everyone. So just kind of like a farewell until I stop being homeless.
Ren, can you follow me on Twitter so that I can possibly send you links to appear on my streams?
Sure. What's your Twitter handle?
Loudmouth R is my Twitter handle.
But yeah, we'll definitely do another stream before Mad Cat has to leave where he's living right now, and try and gather.
I can't wait to be on the road again.
Yeah, I wish you the best, Mad Cat. I really do. Anyway, I don't really have a lot of money to donate, but any other way I can give advice or anything, I'm happy to help.
No, some of the best things that people can do that's not money related is promote me, promote my channel, promote my book, or just send me a tweet to say, hey, think about.
I'll retweet you tonight, actually. And I have over 3,000 Twitter followers.
But just a general message. Send me while I'm out and about, hey, I hope you're doing well, because that's the most important thing is to know that people are out there still supporting you. And when you're by yourself, isolated, those can be just as valuable as money. So
I got your back, buddy.
Okay. Yeah.
We're all here for you. I'm here, and you have two incredibly beautiful ladies supporting you. All right, you're not alone, man.
No, you're not.
Well, they're only supporting me because I've got dirt on them.
Oh, please.
Shut up. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I'm sure that everybody would be happy to support you. Everybody who knows you knows you're a good guy. So
All right, thanks. I got you following me. I followed you back.
Nice.
Great.
All right, so we'll hopefully see you guys next week. Thanks to everybody who came out, and thanks everybody in the chat who came and observed our random updates and such. So, yeah. We'll see you next time on CobraCat.
Bye.
Bye. That's it.